Our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170. Go get to the bag. All right, back. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Mr. Mason in the place to be. Mr. Mason in the place to be. He hate looking at himself. Look, let's see. He just want to be in my lap. So the boxing dog. We ain't been watching much boxing lately. Me and the boxing dog. We ain't been watching no sports at all. I was watching. I got a PlayStation Classic, so I was playing Tekken 3. I'm about to jailbreak that thing later on, or probably tomorrow. I'm gonna play Fight Force and X-Men vs Street Fighter. But let's talk about. I got some intel on Spence and Crawford. We're gonna talk about Tank and Ryan and this whole weight thing, and I see him and Floyd beefing, and Floyd kicked him out of the gym. Get out of my gym! Get out of my gym! And I got some information that y'all probably won't get anywhere else. I have another light, but I don't feel like reaching down there for it. I don't think about getting my hair cut this week. I'm like, man, I could wait. I really could, but I don't know. But we here. We here, crack a beer, whatever you do. Let's talk, let's talk, let's talk, let's talk, let's talk, let's talk. Let's get into it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. So let's hope Mr. Catfish sign the contract and show up for the fight night. So I got hit up before Terence Crawford said that, but let's talk about before we get to that. Let some people fall up in the spot. So Jaylen Brown said this about. I don't think Jaylen Brown said that about the Celtics. Did he? Did he? This got to be a parody. Yeah, it got to be a parody, bro. I don't know, kind of just seen something on my Twitter screen about Jaylen Brown from the Celtics saying he don't want to be there. I gotta be fake. Yeah, he said it. Yeah, he said it. Bucket, 2 tears in the bucket. It is what it is. Man, dude, they don't build men the way they used to, bro. I think it's all the estrogen and shit. But whatever going on, bro. It's a business, and like he might want out. So yeah, nobody like being in Boston either. It's racist as hell anyway. Elvis was a hero to most, but he never meant shit to me. He was straight up racist and plain. Nigga, F him and John Wayne. But okay. Apparently, Ryan Garcia, Leonard Ellaby got in there. So Leonard Ellaby kind of sticking his nose in there, saying that he was the one that was sending the offers and stuff of that nature from Tank behalf to Ryan and all that type of stuff. And he trying to be in the mix like he pineapple cake mix. You know what I'm saying? You smell me? And at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia comes out and says that excuse me. He comes out and says that, he couldn't drink nothing for 3 days. He couldn't, eat nothing for 3 days or 3 days out the week or whatever, how they managing him to make weight for Tank's best interest. I would have just blew the weight off and told him to kind of like, but apparently, he's saying that he only can eat water, drink water, and eat for 3 days. And I thought he was fucking joking, dude. And I hope he is joking or whatever the situation may be. Or they trying to build the fight up, but I just don't understand. I don't understand how people. I don't understand how boxing fans can still be on Tank Davis' side. Casuals, people who admire the sport from afar. I can't like get behind that, bro. I can't get behind the catch weight. I can't get behind the rehydration clause. I can't, and like I said, I'm more of a, I fuck with Tank more before I fuck with Ryan before all of this, but to me it's pathetic, bro. Anybody justifying this, and they can say, "Well, I don't really care what Ryan said or about Ryan," but no, it ain't. It ain't about Ryan. It ain't about Tank. It ain't per se about PBC. It's about like being 100, bro. It's about being 100. No matter what the variables is, unless there's exceptions. No matter what the variables are, you can change the fighter. You can change the ethnicity. You can change the gym they fight. You can change where they from. I'm always keeping 100. And for him to do all this shit to Ryan Garcia, that shit weak as hell, bro. You weak as hell. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's super duper weak. To me, that's super duper trash. Um, I just can't support it, man. As a real boxing fan, I can't support that, bro. You putting all these different rehydrations on the guy. You putting all these different, he can't eat or drink. If that's true, which I ain't never heard no shit like that, how can you monitor what I eat and drink? Unless they put a liaison in camp, and follow Ryan like they Vada. So I just don't respect it, bro. And people saying, well, Ryan agreed to it, and but then again, you always talk about how fighters don't sacrifice to make fights, and he sacrificed. They said nobody would have signed that contract. You hear me? They said nobody would have signed that contract, bro. And that lets you know that they didn't believe that he could win. They said nobody would have signed that contract. Nobody. So Tank Davis don't want to fight nobody, and he don't want to fight. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. And he don't want to fight. He don't want to fight Ryan Garcia. And we all know Ryan Garcia should be a sweet lick, bro. We know Ryan Garcia should be an easy out. Real talk. This ain't like him fighting Shakur or him fighting Lomachenko or him fighting Devin Haney. This ain't no competitive fight. This ain't a Crawford Spence. It's not competitive on paper. So you already got the edge in skills. You got the edge in hardware and accolades. And you just need to get that advantage that much more. You need the advantage that much more than Ryan Garcia, bro. Like, imagine what you're gonna do to the fights that we want to see with Tank and Ryan Garcia. Tank and Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko and Devin Haney and Regis Prograis and guys like that, bro. Imagine what you're gonna ask for. Ryan said, well, I could have fought for some more stuff, but you know what? It is what it is. And people justifying that, bro. Like, dog, this ain't what boxing about, dude. He said, well, it'd be stupid not to put it. He's gonna be bigger than me, nigga. Like, it is what it is. How many people were bigger than Mike Tyson, bro? Tyson Fury was outweighing Deontay Wilder by what, 40, 50 fucking pounds, bro. And you complaining about this motherfucker, going up to 170, 180, but you constantly keep other fighters' name in your mouth. That's just that's a whole move. And people get mad, oh, you gonna say you want Ryan Garcia to win? Fuck yeah. Cause you can't run your trap like you tough and all that shit. I'm from the streets, and Tank got that street shit in him, and you know what I'm saying? And but then again, you doing shit like this, bro. You doing shit like this, dog. This shit ain't real, bro. This shit fake as hell, dude. This nigga's a CB4 boxer, bro. And like I said, man, hell of a fighter, can box, you know what I'm saying? Believe in your talent, bro. If you gotta do this to Ryan Garcia, bro, come on. If you gotta game up the ugliest bitch in the club, bro, or you got to pay her just to go home, like, bro, you really think you got a shot at the upper echelon chicks? Let's keep it real. If you going life and death with Muggsy Bogues one-on-one, what you think when you gonna get to Kobe? What's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? You get to Reggie Miller and motherfucking Chris Webber and shit like that. Come on, you gonna get cooked. If you gotta do this versus Ryan Garcia, bro, come on, man. You ain't gonna never see none of the fights you want to see. Never. Unless those fighters, get something that Tank and PBC won't. PBC don't want to see no fights, bro. They don't want to fight nobody, bro. I tell you that right now. They don't want to fight nobody, bro. I'm telling you. They don't want to fight nobody, bro. and they can be forced into something, right? And they still don't want to make this fight. They didn't fought with different guys, bro, so many different times, and they didn't cross the street and went over the other sides of the streets, and people done crossed over and whooped their ass. That they got to make sure they got to bring one home. To me, it's a scam. To me, it's a scam. You want me to spend my hard-earned money, thousands of dollars on tickets, thousands of dollars on flight, hundreds of thousands of dollars on a hotel. It's a fixed fucking fight. And people say, well, it won't matter. Ryan Garcia can still weigh with you. If it don't fucking matter about a rehydration clause, why put it in? Riddle me that back, man. If it don't matter, then why put it in the contract? You know why? If it don't matter, why put it in the contract? Of course, it fucking matters. Yeah, man, we're not putting the contract. He look how big he is, and like nigga, it's like when that picture of Ryan Garcia, we seen Ryan Garcia in the gym before they signed the fight or agreed. He said, Ryan big as hell, man. He ain't never been this big before. This nigga scary. This nigga scared. I need the Tupac drop. This nigga scared. Just look how, and I hate when people say, well, these fighters you ain't scared, man. Ain't nobody scared of nobody, man. Maybe in the 1940s, the late 1800s. Nigga scared. This nigga scared. You a big Ryan nigga. We said that. I said, bruh, he better not be on no type of pants or we gonna do something to him. And ooh, I'm looking at this nigga like, dawg, bro. This nigga supposed to be a badass nigga, bro. He just run his fucking mouth, bro. That's all he do. And beat up on fucking Hispanics, bro. This nigga Tank Davis gonna be the first fighter in social media history, black fighter, to fight like 10 Garcias, nigga. This nigga got like 10 Garcias on his resume. His hashtag is Hector. This man, come on, man. Come on, man. This nigga gonna be fighting like 20 Garcias and shit, man. Yeah, you remember Tank versus Garcia? Which one, nigga? This nigga like 20% of his 30% of his resume is versus Garcias. Ruiz's, Garcias, Pedrazas, Sanchez's, Cruz's, Mora's, Moraes, Lopez's. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, bruh. He be talking all that tough shit. He got something to say about everybody in the sport of boxing, bruh. But this nigga, man, fighting a pretty girl of boxing, a mean girl of boxing, a Lindsay Lohan of boxing, and he got to tie this man hands behind his back. This shit is fucking pathetic, bruh. It's pathetic. I told y'all the nigga went to dishes with a bartender. Y'all thought I was playing. He did. Went blow for blow with a bartender. Nigga's a joke. And can't nobody say nothing about it. If he was Mexican, this was Canelo, people be saying, oh, Canelo's a joke. I can't believe it. Why does he need these advantages? He been saying that since last year. He always bring up racism when he talk about it. We talk about Sumter Salute. Tank is a joke. He is. He said they only like Tank because he's a PBC. It gotta be. I don't understand this infatuation with PBC fighters. Like you get these niggas some Cialis and they just, they get hard for PBC. I don't understand what y'all pledging allegiance to, bro. But you know what they like? They some fake pro black niggas and PBC some fake pro black niggas. That's what they like. That's what they like. These niggas ain't pro black, bro. At all. These dudes ain't pro black. For real. At all. You gotta do this to Ryan Garcia, then and if he lose to Ryan Garcia, man, this shit like the equivalent of his career over with. This the equivalent of his career over with, in my opinion. He lose to Ryan Garcia, bro. He'd never recover. He'll never recover. You had to drain him. All this shit and all this, bro. He'd never recover. Never recover. Never. Things will never be the same. He said Muggsy Bogues was a beast. Yeah, he was, but come on. What is easier to beat Muggsy Bogues and Kobe Bryant? Come on now. Shout out to the Be More legend, though. Real Be More legend. D Young, salute what's going on. Ronaldo, salute what's going on. But yeah, man, nigga talk about you only can drink water and eat for 3. The man, I tell them niggas suck my dick. That's what I tell them. I come in that bitch weighing 200 pounds. And what? And what? Can't stop, won't stop. I'll be eating Twinkies, all types of shit. I'll be eating all types of shit. Hog maw, fatbacks, all that shit. Chalupas. I wouldn't respect that contract. It probably ain't even signed, bro, until they check the gloves. It probably won't even be signed. I just don't respect sucker shit, bro, on any level. Only way I could really see it if it's in retaliation. And then again, it's a way to handle that shit. But hey, I get it. Nigga want to play a certain way. Hey, he want to play ball a certain way. Hey, we gonna play a certain way too. So I respect it. But like I said before, Ryan win this fight, he gonna put strangulations on all these niggas in negotiation. He gonna strangulate everybody. It's time for the strangulator. It's time for the strangulator. Come on, man. And Tank think he Big Meech or some shit, dude. He think he Big Meech. Come on, man. He think he Big Meech. And you ain't. He ain't did nothing in boxing, bro. He ain't did a damn thing. And Ryan looked like he was dead serious. You know what? Ryan Garcia did sign up for it. He did sign up for it. That's what we can say. He did sign up for it. And that's unfortunate. And that's misfortunate. Unfortunate, but he shouldn't have to go through that though. Why you can't whoop somebody ass straight up? That's it. In the street, when he go to the pen, if they got him in population, guess what? You got to handle your motherfucking business, bro. Nigga, 200, 300 pounds, 900 pounds, whatever he is. You got to do what you got to do. You got to fight him. You got to fight him. You got to fight him. And like I continue to say, bro, I don't respect it, bro. I just don't respect it. Juice Lee was good. I was, he only can eat this much, or he got to weigh this, or he got to weigh that. And come on, man. If Ryan Garcia win, it'll be the biggest upset in the last 5-10 years in boxing. Even without all the weight, rehydration, and all that shit, dude. And this nigga want to be talking greasy and all this shit, dude. You finally fought a nigga that's bigger than you, and you still make him small, and you still got him coming in like he a junior featherweight, super featherweight, or some shit like that, dude. Dude, man, and people be like, "Oh, this cool," and then they turn around and get mad at somebody else or get mad at somebody else for doing the same thing and justify Tank. Like, fuck out of here. PBC don't care shit about black fighters, and if they did, 95% of their fighters, 90% of their fighters wouldn't be broke. It's only a few of them niggas that really got money over there. Only a few. Al Heyman pimping his own people, bro. Pimping his own people. Tank Davis, he got to fight. He fighting all this much. He spending all his money on lawyers and shit. I heard he needed this fight. They're gonna give him a fight for good money. Nigga was gonna fight he was gonna go ahead and fight Luke Campbell. You know, everybody Luke Campbell. I like chicken noodle soup, Campbell soup, and you know, like, and people get mad because I say he need to go to the pen. He do, nigga. Like, bro, you hit a bitch and you look at her and she says she pregnant, she begging you. You get back in your car and keep going. What the fuck? I mean, come on. Come on. What else is there to fucking say, bro? He need to go sit down, bro. He need to go sit down, bro. Then you get in, they come out a couple years ago. You got into it with a parking guy, you know, valet guy out there in New York City. All they do is stack that paper trail up against people, bro. These niggas think money get you through everything, and it do. But guess what? Y'all money ain't long enough to be going through that. Trust and believe me, y'all ain't got Robert Kraft money. Y'all ain't even got Kraft macaroni and cheese money. Let's keep it real. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. Y'all ain't got that type of money. So keep getting in trouble and shit, man. Yeah, I'm pulling for Ryan Garcia, man. Off the strength of the rehydration clause and all this other bullshit that's going out there, yeah, I'm going for Ryan Garcia. Yeah, my Charleston white boy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pulling for Ryan Garcia. Yeah, I am. And if Tank beat Ryan Garcia, I don't care if he beat him by a point or he beat him by first punch knockout, bro. I ain't counting it. Ryan gonna still be undefeated in my book. I don't care. Yeah. I'm going with Ryan Garcia. I said it. Cry 2 tears in the bucket. Fuck it. What George Clinton say on House Party? Yeah. My Charleston white boys. Yeah. I'm going with Ryan Garcia. I'm going with the Mexican. He said, me too. He said, I don't like fighters that wear purse. Me neither. Yeah. I don't like purse wearing motherfuckers neither, especially the brothers. I'm going with Ryan, bro. I'm going with content creator Ryan Garcia, and Tank Davis should never be heard again from if he loses to Ryan Garcia, especially under these circumstances. Banish his ass to the shadow realm. Y'all should let him in the metropolitan Baltimore. He shouldn't be in the tri-state area, the bi-state area, Delaware, Delaware, DC, Virginia, West Virginia. Nah, banish that nigga to Vermont. To Montreal or some shit, man. You send him off to Belize or Haiti or some shit for a minute, bro. He should not be allowed in the metropolitan fucking area of Baltimore. Under these circumstances, man, I pray Ryan Garcia put this nigga in the back of the EMS. I love it, bro. I pay pay-per-view for it. How about that? Yes, Salute say he keep it the realest. 2 tears in the bucket. Said, fuck yeah. George Clinton said, fuck it. Y'all did it. Yeah, I did it. Got 2 tears in the bucket. Fuck it. But that's just how I feel about it. And if the shoe was on the other foot, I'd be saying the same shit. I'd be going hard in the paint, just like Dog did. But let's get to what y'all want to talk about. We got enough people in here, man. Yeah. So I got some information today, bro, from out of Bud camp. Before I seen what Bud tweeted. And I got some good information from another really good source. All right. So apparently, I'm gonna go ahead and say this first and foremost. Apparently, Erkenjerk contract is about to be up with PBC. Allegedly, Erkenjerk contract is about to be up with PBC. So I don't envision him leaving. I'm pretty sure they can match any offer, but his contract is coming up with PBC. So or with Al Heyman, whatever you want to say. I just read that the contract is coming up. So I don't know if that's why now he getting what he want. You know, hold on. Sorry, y'all. Now he getting what he want. I don't know. But, and I was talking to Irv. He was like, yeah, that means Spence really wanted to fight. All I heard in the phone call was Spence say, I just want to get you people off my back. Remember he said that? I just want to get these people off my back. So So somebody from Bud Camp was like, he said it's coming soon. He told me to trust him on this. So he said, I talked to Blase Blah. It's another story. He said Spence is next. The deal is almost done. He said I asked him about Thurman because he's in the way. He said Al need Thurman to control 147-pound division, or after Spence fight, Crawford can move up. So my bad. I read it wrong about Spence deal being up. Sorry, I read it wrong. So he said Spence is next. The next. Hold on. He said Spence is next. The deal is almost done. So there you go. I thought he said the deal was almost up. So my bad, bro. So no, his deal not almost up. You know, that deal going forever. So my bad. But yeah, he said the deal is done. And that, you know, basically Thurman gonna hang around at 47 to pick up a belt. So if I envision it, Keith Thurman probably gonna pick up the WBO belt. They got Ugas in position. They got Ugas in position. You got what's the little fake Caleb Plant from Canada? What's the kid's name from Canada, bro? What's the dude's name from Canada, bro? Cody Crowley is fighting one of the Ramos boys. That's a title eliminator. Ugas and Barrio supposed to be fighting for the interim title. And, you know, whatever happened, they owe Cody Crowley and Ramos a title shot. So my bad about, Spence deal not almost up. My bad, bro. Read it wrong. But yeah, they said the deal is almost done. Errol Spence told people on Twitter to be patient. Bud say it's almost time. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't still respect the nigga. But, you know, him coming off a year not fighting nobody and going right into the Bud fight, hey, you got to respect it. You know, come off the car accident, fought Danny Garcia, even though I looked at that more as a tune-up. You know, could have took a lot of softer touch, but no, people want to be on pay-per-view. I think he got tired of people dog walking his name in the mud. I heard nigga couldn't even go to the barbershop no more. I'm pretty sure people in Dallas wanted to know. And when you come out here and you openly saying things, and I want to be undisputed, people gonna know what happened. And guess what? I think Bud, right now came out looking a lot smarter by taking the David Avenesian fight. I think Bud came out and all he got to do is win, which is not a foregone conclusion. But he came out smarter, not saying nothing. He said something in the IG video that applied some pressure, but he really ain't never really come out and out Errol Spence. So at the end of the day, Errol Spence found out that he need Terence more than Terence need, just as much as Terence need him. It's as simple as that. They need each other. Terence need him. Guess what? If Terence didn't get him, he couldn't get Jermell. So that's his next formidable fight. I know nobody want to take that long ass flight over to Australia, and then still that's an if. If Tim Tszyu could have beat Charlo, it could have boded well for both of them. But the problem is, it's still not that super Vegas fight. Errol Spence ain't never had a Vegas fight, the main event. It still loses a lot of its luster. You hear June 17th being thrown out there. I think Julius Ring IQ said that. June 23rd. I mean, shit, So I mean, it's the beginning of the summer. So I mean, yeah. But it's just to the point where they had nowhere else to go. Wasn't no Canelo for Errol. Him and Jermell wasn't gonna fight. Jermell wouldn't commit to fighting him. And for Terence Crawford, it was really like me going over, if Tim Tszyu beat Jermell, me going over Australia and fighting Tim Tszyu or Errol Spence is like, that's a nice story, but it's not Vegas. It's not a premier fight. And Terence Crawford played this beautifully. I'm pretty sure, I think the deciding factor in making this fight, it was Errol Spence pushing for. You heard him say on the phone, he said, I'm just want to get these people off my back. And not just even just like from that standpoint of view, you probably have people at the network saying they want to see the fight too. And also, this is some real shit right here. They say you're only gonna be able to get the fight through the Paramount Plus Showtime app. So they gonna do what ESPN Plus been doing, and where like I said, this is a fine time to fucking experiment with something like this, where you only can get it through the. And I don't know if this is the rumor that you're only gonna be able to get this fight through the Paramount Showtime app. So it won't be pay-per-view.com. It won't be DirecTV, Xfinity. So, and the good thing about that is it gives you a larger piece of the pie, give you more money, because I think it breaks down to like 10% to the network who hosting the fight. I want to say I had the article. You know what? Let's pull up the article. I think I bookmarked it instead of guessing. I hope I bookmarked this article. I hope I bookmarked it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who knew somebody had this many fucking bookmarks? Here we go. I don't know why, my bad. I'm talking about bookmarking shit. Hold on. Let's see if we get back online here. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, I found the bookmark. It usually don't let you do that. Here we go. Lost the bookmark. Lost the bookmark. Here we go. Here we go. We back. We back where we need to be. So, here we go. So we can see how this shit break down. We can get facts out and just not go off my murky recollection. So it says the standard breakdown as far as money is 10% off the top for the distributor, which is, I believe, the network, 45% for the cable system and promoter. So the cable systems would consist of DirecTV, Comcast, Xfinity, Spectrum, Dish Network. I mean, whoever carrying it, but also in the responsibility of the cable networks, their responsibility is to promote the fight as well as the network. And what we do know is the cable companies are not promoting the fight anymore. They run a couple commercials, but it's not a hardcore promotion. And we know the network ain't putting no money in the promotion. Look at Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fight. They promotion this fighting on social media. Showtime is only doing a 2 episode all access. I mean, they doing the same thing with Caleb Plant. There's no social media presence for that fight. There's no marketing and promotion for those fights. And you got to understand, Caleb Plant Benavidez, the NCAA tournament is going to be right there this weekend too. It's going to be right there this weekend as well. So, it's going to be right there as well this weekend. So, they could have used some NCAA promotion in Vegas. They didn't do it though. Now, I haven't seen it. I ain't watched the tournament, but I ain't heard that they did it. So, I think it's something. But yeah, that's how I go. So yeah, the network, they get 10% for distributing. But you get the 45 go the other way. So then you look and they say this is an older time, but you look, you say the price of the pay-per-view at this time was $50. Right? You round up to 50. You got to say HBO is not a party that is at risk as far as the fight itself is concerned, but will make 10% off top. That's $5. That's $5. That's $5 every time somebody buy, they get $5. And usually when a fight goes on pay-per-view, that means it was outside of the Showtime's budget or outside the distributors or the network's budget. So I'm not sure if the network still put up a lot of money. According to here, they have no risk. They're not putting no money up. They just distribute. They just distributing the fight. Commentators and cameramen and microphones and stuff. So I'm not sure if they putting up a little bit of money or they're not putting up nothing when they go to pay-per-view. Go to pay-per-view is all, probably the promoter coming out of his pocket and paying for everything. So they get $5 a head. And today, what is it? $8 a head if it's $80. So HBO pay-per-view arm will get $5 million. And the promoter, HBO's pay-per-view arm will get $5 million. And the promoter will pocket. So they did the simple math. But But yeah, that's just you know, kind of sneak peek of what's going on. And the promoter ain't giving the fighters the lion's share of that 45% either. And by having this on the app or having this on ESPN Plus pay per view or having this on the Paramount Showtime Plus app exclusively, you keep 45% of the pie on the app by using the app, because you don't need Cox, you don't need DirecTV, you don't need Spectrum, you don't need Dish Network, you don't need them no more. So they cutting out the cable companies and saying you could just get it in its one place. And guess what? You get pay-per-view numbers faster. I'm pretty sure they might get their checks fast, their pay-per-view back end checks a little faster. Um and But the risk is, not everybody know how to use the app. You heard Keith Thurman say he when he went to order the Sean Porter Terence Crawford pay-per-view. It was the first boxing app fight that was exclusively on the ESPN Plus app. He didn't know how to do it until somebody else did it for him. And I will say the ESPN Plus app, if you ain't okay with technology, it's baffling, bro. It's baffling. I will say that it is a lot of in and out. Use your phone or use another device to get you there and there. So yeah, it's not easy, but it ain't too hard. But so it's a risk, because what if your technology crash, or what if it ain't ready to hold a pay-per-view event of that size, or anything can happen. Then you got to be forced to refund motherfuckers. So that's something to kind of look at. But I heard this exclusively gonna be on that app. That's the plan, and they gonna save 45% of the pot by putting it on the app. Now, like I said, they're assuming the risk of not, of people not getting the marketing from the cable companies, and they're gonna assume the risk of not of not of people not knowing what they go how to do it. But it is what it is. He says, okay, right. He said you saying he'll be on the ground like Grandpa and Stickman. He said Ryan Wynn, I will forever refer to him as King Ra. He said he want to be known as King Ryan now. He said, what if Errol Spence goes? And I was bad information there. Tapping in was good. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to DVE. Support the channel. Venmo CJ Good 313. Cash Up CJ Good 313. Thumbs up the video. Ugas can retire for all I care. Ugas is the definition of mid. He better do something. Boots was next. EJ was about to get stripped of the IBF. Yeah, Cody Crowley. That dude look like Caleb Plant Crowley. Yeah, he do. So Ugas versus Barrios is a good. If Barrios wins, he's younger. He can be a wild card for an upset. Our man. He said Crowley is nice. Hit the like button from a homie. Appreciate it, Benjamin Foe. Ruffle chin face. He said salute. He said greetings from the chat. Shout out to Fotex. He said I'm feeling the same damn way, and I'm 62. Never F with Ryan, but he straight bust ass move by tanking his camp. Kendall Cody, yeah, well that shit suck a move, bro. Shoot. Shout out to you, Benavidez playing a damn good fight, but it's not a pay-per-view fight in my opinion. And the tickets ain't moving like it neither. Pudango say, I won't believe Bud and Spencer until they fight today in the ring. AB, salute me. I think we all at that point, we won't believe in today in the ring. But I mean, at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, bro, we gotta wait and see. But I heard that even before I seen that, I heard that that it was a that it was about done, bro. So they were saying, trust me, it's happening, and all that type of stuff. So yeah, man, we ain't got no choice but to trust them. Errol Spence say be patient. Bud say it's almost done. You know, so but it ain't done until it's done. I will say that it's not done until it's done, but I heard it's pretty much done, bro. So I mean, if y'all slide to it, slide to it. I ain't knocking it. If it's what you want to do, it's what you want to do. But it should have been made last year minimum, a couple years ago. You know, should have been made. It should have been made. But I mean, we gotta continue to see if it's gonna happen. But they saying they there, so I want to know what was it really Errol Spence? Was it the pressure? Was it Al giving him what he wanted? I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but it is what it is. He was on the phone saying, "I won't get these people off my back." Ain't that what he said? I don't get these people off my back. Terence Crawford played this beautifully. I would have took it a different route. I'd, what Sada Baby say? I will pull my gun and get ignorant. I'd have got ignorant. I ain't seen Commander Brown in forever, bro. But Earl said something the other day, like I don't apologize for an activity. Well, hopefully it makes sense in a few weeks. So, like I said before, you don't gotta apologize for you being inactive. Al Heyman gonna have to apologize to you for you being inactive, because it's just gonna hurt y'all career by y'all being inactive. Everybody think, oh, you fight less, you gonna fight longer. That don't make no sense once you know boxing. It don't make no type of sense. That's why them niggas in the NBA, oh man, low management, low management, low management, low management, low management, low management. All this low management is more injuries than ever up around here. Come on, it's more injuries than ever around here. That shit don't make don't make no sense. You have to once you stop doing something, you lose it. He said he gave up on Earl through the tile in. He couldn't get him in his truck no more. Couldn't get that truck interview. Fotex say didn't Tank and Rolly have more media attention than playing David Benavidez? It did. But that's because Rolly was opening his mouth. But these dudes gonna apologize for being inactive. They're gonna apologize for it. Somebody gonna apologize for it. Somebody gonna apologize for it. They and these NBA players as well with this inactivity, bro. These NBA players with their inactivity as well. I keep telling y'all, be saying, well, fighting less should extend your career. Look at here, bro. This ain't the real world, bro. Y'all do know in the actual real world, once people retire and start working, their health falls off. Their health falls off significantly. Their motor skills start to diminish when they not doing something that's challenging them. After they travel the world for a year or two, you know what I'm saying? They health deteriorate and fall off. So you got to continually, for you to sharpen something, for you to be good at let's say basketball, you got to do it to get better, bro. You got to do it to maintain too. Everybody think, oh, you take less punches, you do less, you take less steps on the court, man. That's the stupidest shit is better. Your body needs to be in a rhythm. It needs to be on the schedule, just like you put a toddler on schedule. It needs to be on the schedule. And when you stop and start doing something, you don't consistently do it, guess what? Injuries start happening. He said Mayweather did it for years, fight once a year before he got to the Showtime deal with 6. Mayweather had bad hands. And his uncle warned him. He said, you can't keep doing that. Mayweather, people say, well, Mayweather had bad hands. And he was very selective in who he fought. That's the difference. These dudes can't be as selective, and they don't have a injury. Mayweather fought 17 times in 1 year, I believe, 1 year. And activity brings father time faster. Exactly. That's what you got to understand. Mayweather said he felt like he fell his prime. What did he say? 28, 30 years old. You got to fight. You got to play. You got to. If you don't do it, that's why none of these motherfuckers any good. That's why everybody missing something in their game, bro. That's why nobody really, a lot of these dudes not complete fighters. Because ain't nobody, who gonna really, when you ain't got homework, what kid gonna stay in the books? My bad. Tell me, when the kid don't have homework, what kid gonna stay in the books? Nobody. So they always need fight days. They all need to be consistent. They all got to keep that body in motion. You got to keep them putting, and that's why some of these dudes, you ain't gonna never see the best Charlos. You ain't gonna never see the best Errol Spences. You ain't gonna never see the best Terence Crawford for real. You know what I'm saying? Because these dudes don't fight enough. Everybody think they deserve a certain amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So said it's like having a car for a long time. It will damage the engine. It keeps the oil flowing around the motor, and it does. You can't just sit it there. Even if you got a car that's sitting there in a summer car in the winter, you got to keep revving it up, riding around the block once or twice in the winter, at least starting it up. And more than times, you might have to take that gas up out that car, take the oil out, drain the oil, change the oil, and put some new gas in the car if you sit it too long. Shit start rusting. But everybody in this generation, the analytics tell you this. Analysts, what do your eyes tell you? What do your eyes tell you? What do common sense tell you? What do common sense tell you? So, but yeah, man, they gonna, so hopefully announcement coming soon because you expect an announcement at Benavidez plant. I think that's a little bit too soon. That'd be great for the expo. That'd be great for them to be at March Madness and do that, or then turn around at Benavidez. That'd be the ideal time. It's a bunch of people in Vegas. Saturday would be a great time for that to happen. But I think you more realistically, probably thinking, shit. It might just be on this week of his own. They might try to overshadow something else somebody else doing. So hold on. I found out boxing scene got a schedule too. I like the ring a little bit better, but I just got used to this. So realistically, I don't think they gonna announce this in Tulsa, Oklahoma. My bad. That's Fabrizio Ramirez. My bad. Shit. When the next Showtime event? Fondora. Maybe they do it. Fondora Mendoza in LA. I doubt it. Ryan and Tank weekend probably seems more reasonable. Yeah, Ryan and Tank weekend. So that will give you 1, 5. That'll give you 8 weeks out. If the fight is on the 17th or the 24th, that's the 23rd. If it's on the 17th, it'll give you 8 weeks out. If it's the 24th, it'll give you 9 weeks out. So yeah. If you're looking for this fight to be if it's June 17th, what Julius saying for Ring IQ, I heard the 24th. So 8-9 weeks out from the Ryan fight. So realistically, if you want to be real, they should announce it, probably this weekend for Benavidez plant NCAA in town. That'd be a lot smarter. But them doing fights at 8 and 10 weeks or 9 weeks, 7 weeks, obviously it's not working. So, I think it's time for them to try something a little bit different. I think that we only saw Prime Crawford once or twice and Dongo Horn. The Prime Spence we saw was versus Brook. See, yeah, the last Bud fight I saw him some decline. I mean, I can't say I saw no decline. I just think he was taking Aborigine rounds. That's all I think he was doing. Just taking his time. Um, but it wasn't the best. But then again, he wasn't fighting the best opponent either. You know, Aborigine gained a lot of respect, but tried to get a lot of respect, and Bud just took his time and just was surgical with it. So, but I mean, the best fight that he had, performance he had, probably might have been versus Postal. It's his lateral movement, his in and out movement. I mean, he showed just a different, version of that. He don't do that all the time. Get on his toes and move, but he showed that he can do that. So might see a little bit of reverse that versus Errol Spence. But since he been planting, he been a lot more. Anytime he been planting, he been a lot more powerful since he grew up 47. I think he was a little bit more. His inside game was really good versus Jeff Horn. You notice how he dropped his weight, how he kept his shoulder low, how he was going underneath Jeff Horn's shots. That's how you fight on the inside. Errol Spence standing straight up like a broomstick on the inside. That's a recipe to get knocked out. That's why Ugas cleaned his fucking clock. The closer you are, everything got to tighten up, bro. So don't forget that. The closer you are, everything got to tighten up. When you get on the inside, I seen him standing straight up like a broomstick versus Sean Porter. I said, "Oh no, baby, what is you doing?" I said, "What is you doing, bro? You can't be standing straight up in there. Anybody, you stand straight up like that, on the inside versus anybody know what they do. That's a knockout, bro. That's a knockout. That chin got to be tucked. That glove got to be tucked. That as close as you are, you got to make your target tight and small, at least smaller. You give me a whole chin, you standing up, my nigga, like, you gonna get knocked out fighting the wrong person like that, bro. I tell you, he was getting hit a little bit more. Well, that's Avenesian. He just was taking his time. I think if them punches hurt, I don't think he would have been getting hit with too many more of them. The reason Bud's not aging as much because he stays in the gym. He sound like Spence is the opposite. But I mean, when you stay in the gym, I mean, he a family man too, bro. So, when you run your own business in your town and shit, you got a family. You can't be in the streets doing dumb shit. And he had a bad experience too in the streets. He got shot in the head in a dice game. So his cautionary tale, his close call, his second chance came early in his life, where he had to turn it around. Some people got to bump their head a few times, bro. Now, I definitely had a few cases where you had to bump your head, bro. Whatever it may be for y'all, it might be women. A lot of niggas like messing with the same type of women. So it's like, hey, okay. You want to keep messing with the same women from the bar, the same type of women, and you keep treating the same type of way. You keep going for them women, guess what, bro? I just think you like it. It's like women who keep picking the wrong type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 kids, don't care for 1 kid, or I got, this situation. You like it. So, but sometimes you got to bump your head a couple times, bro. I don't think Spence got an inside game. Just think he like Kovalev. He a really good pressure fighter. Let you keep you in his shots. He like to come forward. Don't necessarily make you a pressure fighter. It's just gonna come off 1 year activity. You never know. Niggas might make the announcement. Well, we gonna fight brother Terence Crawford after we fight brother Keith at 54. Then we're gonna make the Crawford fight for December 2023 Christmas at Disney World in Orlando, Florida. My brother, this is gonna be called the Mouse in the House, the Rumble in the Orlando Universal Studio Parks jungle. They're gonna probably announce some shit like that. Shit'll be hilarious, bro. Everybody thinking Crawford and Spence gonna be next and Keith Thurman come out there. I got next, man. The winner got to see me. Oh, niggas will be ready to kill Al Heyman then, bro. Niggas will be in unison. Niggas will be in unison. Come on, yeah, the Rumble in the castle, bro. Top of the morning, mate. You got any questions? I'll answer. Top of the morning, mate. Oh man. You be like, what? You be like, what? But we'll see. But it'd be a perfect weekend to announce it, bro. They're gonna wait till 6 weeks out or some shit like that. They're gonna wait till like 8 or 6 weeks out or something like that. I know what it is, bro. So it is. It is what it is. We just got to wait and see exactly on how they lay it and how they play it. But um, you know, I know people probably want to go out there and stuff of that nature and whatever. So me personally, bro, I might want to go, but I don't know, bro. Can't trust Al Heyman. So but yeah, if it happens, good to get it out the way. Be nice, be hot as hell around that time in Vegas. But yeah, I won't mind. I was gonna try to go to the Taylor and Teofimo Lopez fight. I might give brother Al my money. Shit, a lot of shit gonna stop that weekend. So that might be a fun trip to Vegas. Turn up. I spent a few hundred on the tickets. Them shit's gonna go fast though. Them shit's gonna go fast. Fast. You got Bud over Errol Spence. Yeah, I got Bud over Errol Spence. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a good fight though. Be a real good fight. What's going on, brother? Leeser. Hopefully I said that right. It'd be a good fight. If Earl can hurt him, Earl probably gonna win if he can hurt him. The thing about Bud, then Bud gonna start picking up his feet. At 36 years old, can he dance for 12 rounds? But if he can hurt, he can establish that he can hurt him. It's gonna be especially if Bud can't hurt him, then Errol Spence probably got the edge. But it'll be a good fight. I just think I think I don't know, man. To be honest, how that per se that fight can go a few different ways. I just think Bud adjustments is gonna be difference maker, man. He might pick it up. He might pick it up fast. You know what Errol Spence gonna do? He's gonna come forward, tuck his chin, just about getting the distance, gauging his power, gauging the speed. Getting the distance down pat. When he like to step in a little bit, you gotta respect. The jab up top. You gotta respect the punches to the body. But the thing about beating Errol Spence is controlling that lead hand. Once you take away that lead hand, then I think after that he not as dangerous. Everything come off the jab, and you fight guys that go into the high guard too. Angles and combination punches. That's what you want to look at, angles and combination punches. Anytime you get dudes that they go into that high guard, let you get off and throw punches, getting around that guard, but it's going to be about that lead hand for Errol Spence. If Errol can dominate with the lead hand, you know what I'm saying, you're probably going to win. Terence can take away that lead hand if it's out jabbing them, beating them to the jab, if it's coming over the top, countering them. I can see it being competitive for a while. It becomes a good thing. The funny thing about this fight, if you become a fight of attrition down the stretch, I think Terence being 36 years old might come into play. But it could. But they both fighters that get better get stronger as the fight goes on. So it might be whoever lay in the better body work. But I see Spence length giving Crawford some issues early on. Because Spence he uses his length the right way. He stepped with his length. So I think that might kind of get him some rounds early, that length, stepping with that length. The thing about Terence Crawford, once he kind of, get that distance down pat. The way he turned his shots over, I don't think his opponents be looking for it. And Errol Spence square up a lot, and that could be an issue. Kell Brook didn't see that little juke, what they call it, the juke punch coming. That's what Terence Crawford got to look for. I mean, Errol Spence got to look for. Errol Spence got to look for the body work too. So yeah, I think Errol had some success early on just with his way he stepped with his length. If Terence Crawford can come out there and establish that, he can establish dominance as far as, real estate, and he can push Errol back. Once he established that, then it's just to the point where it's just a matter of time on how Errol Spence is going, how you gonna lose. But if Earl come out there and he dominating the real estate, he pushing Bud back, he bullying Bud with straight shots, hitting Bud everywhere. That's pretty much how you gonna win. The jab controlling him, touching the body, him bullying him, him cutting him off the ring, him pressuring Bud. So like I said, when you fight guys like Errol Spence, bro, you wanna push them back. He can use angles. It's a lot. I mean, like I said, for Errol Spence, you see, would I be surprised if Errol Spence came out there and outboxed him? No, nothing surprised me in boxing no more. Errol Spence boxed him and, showed a different thing. And, they say he can switch hit too. So, but I think Bud best opportunity, like I say for Caleb Plant, is to go out there and establish aggression. Go out there and establish real estate. Pop his ass in his mouth. Let him know you just can't walk in. If you let somebody walk in your front door, and they ain't supposed to be there, and just they can come and go as they please. They can walk and come as they please. Me, come on. What type of respect is you setting at your place where you lay your head at? You ain't setting no precedent, bro, at all. So, so sometimes, before a motherfucker, get to your porch and try to open your door up, sometimes you gotta, fire off a warning shot. Sometimes you gotta fire off a warning shot, bro. I just like to think you guys that like to come forward. I would like to jump on them before they get there. It's a risk. It's always a risk, but I like to jump on them before they get going. So it's an interesting fight. People say, well, Bud can make the adjustment and he can do more. Sometimes you only need one. You only need one master key to open up all doors. So it's definitely an interesting fight. Definitely. But what make it devastating, what make this fight devastating is that Crawford can generate power, in short areas. Spence like generating power after snapping turn his punches over, straight punches over. And one thing I think that made Charlo more dangerous from Terence from a tactical standpoint of view is Charlo got a good left hook. Errol Spence, his right hook is, it drop shine. And, he had been missing it all night. It was more of a catch and shine, out of position type punch, catching him with his, without defending himself. But I don't think he got a great hook, So, you use that to your advantage. Everything that's going to be with power going to be, straight, crisp. He's them straight punch. He remind me of Kovalev. I think his right hook, his lead hook is better than Kovalev's. They ain't saying much. But, he's just going to have to dictate real estate, bro. And hope that you could beat this guy, just hit him everywhere is what I would do. Tell him if I was Derek, hit him everywhere, hit him on the hip, work the body. But the thing about going to the body or bringing back a lazy jab or, squaring up, making a mistake, that he going to capitalize on it. You'll get away with it once, but once he see you, make a mistake in the ring, like that could be it. And once he hurts you, Terrence can finish you. Earl don't be finishing niggas like that no more because it's a risk. And it's an art to finishing people. It's an art to, picking your shots, not punch you out, place your shots, working up and down. With Earl, he, a lot of guys he finished early on, he could just walk through them and there wasn't no resistance and they cover up, he just overwhelmed them. But Bud, it's tactical. It's very tactical on how he finished guys off. So it's like, it's very tactical. So, but like I said before, if I was Errol Spence, I'd be working on my right hook. I'd be working on finishing this motherfucker. I'd be working on hitting them everywhere. But they going to the body or squaring up like he do, or bringing back a lazy jab, those mistakes that he cannot make, bro. He cannot afford to make those mistakes. You know, his jab pretty crisp, but he can't afford to take a lazy to make a to throw it. He can't afford to square like he did versus Ugas, bro. He do that a lot. Now it was a little different fight. He was putting a little bit more torque on his punches in that fight. He was really punching he was punching for power. He didn't respect Ugas, but on this level, I tell y'all, everybody in eights you gotta respect. Shit, everybody in tens you gotta respect. So he make them mistakes, he square up, and he make them mistakes, and then you hurting at the weight. So why wouldn't Bud go to the body? So the mistakes that he like he routinely makes, they all make mistakes. But the mistakes that he make routinely squaring up, that he can't be throwing that straight left hand for knockout power. He gotta throw it to score and bring his shit back home. He do a good job bringing his lead hand back home, but he can't throw that left hand like he was throwing it versus Ugas. At least unless he get Crawford in a close corner, get him on the ropes, then start beating his ass. I just don't. He can't get away with that. You know, and if I was Terence Crawford, bro, I'd try to get on the inside, bro. I really would. I'll try to get on the inside, bro, and beat his ass on the inside. The boy can't fight on the inside neither. That's my opinion. Like I seen some of the things he did versus Sean Porter. Maybe it was Sean Porter. He awkward. But he can't get on the inside, bro. I seen him standing straight up on the inside, letting Sean turn him on the ropes. Of course, Sean gonna turn you if you standing straight up. If Sean was more aware, Sean would just do an overhand left and right. He couldn't miss. And that's one of Terence Crawford weaknesses as far as the overhand lefts and right. He was prepared versus for Sean Porter for that punch. And that's not something that Errol Spence per se throw. He more parallel punches. And that's punches I like to throw, just straight punches and stuff of that nature. And but he ain't the one guy that's gonna loop it. But if he can loop a shot, this would be the fight to loop a shot. If he can loop it. Throw something different in there. If he can loop a shot, bro, it'd be the fight to do it. You know, Crawford got issues with overhand lefts and rights. Diaz landed a few on him. Gamboa landed some on him, landed the big one on him. So it's something that, you know, it's a deficiency that he got, but that ain't his strong suit. You know, with him going southpaw versus Earl, you know, be an issue. I mean, I don't think it's an issue. It might be. Because maybe Errol Spence haven't fought that many southpaws, you know. That might be an issue. But him being orthodox and southpaw, he fight orthodox all the time. So I don't perceive orthodox being a problem. Southpaw, I mean, you are a southpaw, so you know what make him tick. So I don't know. Earl don't know how to finish when he got somebody hurt. The only way he wins is able to value. Yeah, that's how. I mean, you know, and maybe that's because of lack of looping shots, lack of hooks, overhand rights. Every shot in boxing plays its part. You know, Marciano loved throwing that overhand looping right. It was a beautiful shot, beautiful punch. Bud too healthy. Is Earl going to get hurt? I mean, anybody can get hurt in a fight. We seen Shane Mosley literally get old, you know, versus Mayweather in a round. He scored some shots on Mayweather, almost dropped him. He got old, bro. You can get old overnight. You know, it'd be nice they had this fight outside, man. They do like a little Caesar's Palace outdoor arena. Martinez, yeah, Martinez is one of my favorite fighters of all time, but man, he need to stop. I seen that. He need to stop. Martinez is a bad boy, bro. Bud has more diverse lead hand. It's just not his jab he throw. Yeah, he throw that little jug left hook and he do, but sometimes, man, you know, if you had to say, well, I need one dominant punch to be my lead hand, you're gonna say your jab. A jab can take you all the way to the top, and not using it can find your black ass at the bottom. That's the most important punch in boxing. You know, they say Larry Holmes say, you know, when in doubt, jab. He said, when you up, jab. You don't know what to do, jab. You heard somebody just shooting. Somebody just let off 4 shots. Somebody almost ran into me today on the freeway. Oh, man. Took my car to the shop. That shit was $1,400. I said, $1,400. He called me 14. You got this, that. Man, these Detroit potholes is something serious. I said, bro, he's I work. I said, I'll just pay you, bro. Just get my shit done. I mean, every time you get ahead, here they cut a motherfucking something. Kevin Samuels, also the men you choose are just whoppers and felons. Women like that shit. Earthquake the comedian. Damn, now that shit was close. Shit, my car ain't outside, so shit, I'm good. Then that shit was close. And I know all the neighbors on this side, so I don't know, but that shit was close as hell. I ain't like that. This nigga Miles just sleep. But yeah, I mean women ain't never gonna be honest on what they like, bro. I will tell you that, bro. Never. They will just lie to your ass, bro. They say, black women have what they say? What 2 times as many kids as black men? That's crazy. Check that out for a minute. Black women have 2 times as many kids as black men, and I think it was Tommy Sotomayor said that tells you that they fucking with the same dudes. So you know what I'm saying, and that's just what it is. It's the same pool of dudes that they like, bro. There ain't nothing you could do about it. You know, if you want to pay for it so bad, I mean, go ahead. They like what they like. You know, woman really like you, she gonna get your attention. She gonna get in contact with. She gonna do little things. You know, I don't force shit. I don't want nobody to like me that don't like me, bro. That's the worst type of relationship. 50-50 fight, bud, been active. We'll see. I don't see it as that, but it is what it is. I could be wrong. But yeah, like I said, it's an interesting fight to a certain extent. I think Spence versus Ugas made it a little bit more interesting because it looked like he had his snap was his snap was on his punches. It was back on his punches. You know, maybe that was a little bit manufactured, but then again, for him to be thrown with that authority, knowing that he could go 12, I mean, he trusted his win with the weight cut. So, like I said before, you know, Crawford can handle this many different ways. I only really see Spence handling it in one way, but sometimes, like I said, sometimes the master key is all you need. You know, but you know, it's gonna be an interesting fight, bro. I think it'd be a lot closer if Errol Spence had a hook, a real dominant hook. I think it might be straight pick 'em then, but it's gonna be interesting. If it's a fight or attrition, you know, Errol Spence being the bigger physical guy, but then again, you say, what about how he cutting the weight? It's gonna be interesting if it become a fight of wheels. You know, come down to conditioning and come down to preparation. But one thing that Terence Crawford can pull out his ass, not saying Errol Spence can't. He just pulled them Deontay Wilder punches out his ass. Him and Wilder are torque punchers. You know, they punching power come from they torso to hip. That's where the snap come from. That's where it come from. It come from that torso snap. And they're able to generate power in close areas. You know what I'm saying? From long range too. It's just like Bud turn his shots over just like, you know, he can go from 0 to 100, you know, like that, and you be hurt. Him and Wilder the same kind of type of how they generate power is the same way. it's like a little slingshot type of something. So when was the last time Spence fought someone who can initiate offense? Who else like to work off of you? Sean, it had to be Sean. It had to be Sean. But you know, I think it's gonna be important for Bud to get off to a faster start in this fight. It being the PBC promotion. You know, Amir Khan, he picked it up. You know, it's Amir Khan, he kind of moved a little bit more. He was on his toes a little bit more, fainting a little bit more, moving shoulders a little bit more, giving Khan a couple looks. He started off fast versus Khan. I think he need that type of start versus Errol Spence. You know, the more rounds you could put in early, the more comfortable you can get. But yeah, he need that type of start. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Bud can throw straight. Bud can go around the guard. But I think Bud punching power come off the loop. I think he can throw some good straight punches too. I mean, but the way he was uppercutting Sean, the right hooks, the left hooks that he generated power from, you know, So that's be interesting. He, them kind of them looping shots, the left hooks, the right hooks, and all that stuff, man. He generate good power from there. But that's all I got for tonight. Appreciate y'all, man, to be on the podcast in the morning. He said he called Spence out after that con fight too. Yeah, he been calling him out. But I appreciate y'all, man. Hit the link tree, find me everywhere. Peace.